In this, I will explain the paragraph of Canterville Ghost. So, starting from first chapter, Mr. Otis, an American minister, buys a property in England called Canterville Chase against the advice of his friends and the owner himself, Lord Canterville, who assures him that it is haunted. Lord Canterville family has chosen not to live there because of the ghost. His grand aunt never recovered from her fright caused by two skeleton hands grabbing her shoulder. Mr. Otis says that he does not believe there is such a thing as a ghost and says he will take the house and the ghost if it does indeed come with it. Lord Canterville replies that the ghost existence has been well known since 1584 and always appears before the death of a member of his family. A few weeks later, when the purchase is complete, the family moves into a Canterville Chase. Mr. Otis is accompanied by his wife, who is a good-looking middle-aged woman of sound health, and their children. Washington, the eldest son, Miss Virginia E. Otis, a 15 years old daughter, and the twins, who were usually called the Star and the Stripes. Mr. Otis notices a dull and red stain on the floor just by the fireplace. She gets perturbed and orders that it is removed at once. But the housekeeper, Mrs. Omni, explains that the blood stain dates back to 1575, the day Lady Eleanor de Canterville was murdered by her husband, Sir Simon, and cannot be removed. Washington Otis, the eldest son, quickly declares the Pinkerstone champion stain remover and Paragon detergent will prove a match for even so historic a stain. Before the housekeeper can stop him, Washington drops to his knees and scrub out the blood. Thunder and lightning greet his success and Mrs. Omni faints in fear. The weather becomes monstrous and Mr. Otis feels that the old country is so overpolluted that they have not enough decent weather for everybody. He opines immigration is the only thing for England. Mrs. Omni regains her consciousness. She is extremely upset and wants Mr. Otis to be aware of the impending disaster. She also tells the family that she has been a witness to horrible and mysterious incidents which can terrify any human being, but Mr. and Mrs. Otis assures us that they are not afraid of ghost. Now we will discuss about some of the questions. The first one is Canterville Chase is a haunted house. Justify the statement and give evidence to prove your point. Answer. Undoubtedly, the Canterville Chase is a haunted house. The house has all the equipment of a traditional haunted house. The house has been described in the Gothic terms. It is an old mansion with sacred rooms and passageways, long corridors, curved gargoyles, stained glass windows, and oak paneling portraits or long dead Canterville ancestors, ancient tapestries. Wainscoting and the armor in the hallway create a kind of horror. Frequent thunder and lightning storms also contribute to the gloomy atmosphere and make the house to fit the stereotype of a haunted house. When reappearance of the blood stain on the floor just by the fireplace further makes the sight blood curdling. Even the owner of the house, Lord Canterville, does not want to live in the house because it is haunted. His grand aunt is frightened into a fit. Describe the personality traits of Mrs. Otis. Mrs. Otis is a beautiful middle-aged woman with fine eyes, a super profile. She has been a celebrated New York ballet. Her eyes are fine, beautiful, and attractive. She enjoys a good health. She does not pay heed to the words of Mrs. Omni. When she tells about bloodstain, it shows that she is well versed in American culture. She also reflects the culture of her native place. When she expresses an interest in joining the Psychological Society to help her understand the ghost. She is kind, caring, sympathetic, and compassionate. She feels agitated and sad when she does not find Virginia in any room of the house. She sends the boys out to look for her. She is not a woman of distinguished appearance. She has all the qualities of a good mother. When Virginia comes back, Mrs. Otis is overwhelmed and says, "My own darling, thank God you are found. You must never leave my side again." Question 3. Which important information does Mr. Hiram B. Otis get from the native resident of the place and the owner of the house about the house Canterbury Chase, and what is his opinion? Mr. Hiram B. Otis, an American minister, purchased the house Canterbury Chase from Lord Canterbury. Lord Canterbury tells him that the house is haunted, so they do not want to live in the house. The Lord ground aunt is frightened into a pit, so they wish to vacate the house. Even the native resident of that place warns Mr. Otis not to buy the house, but his perception is totally different. He is pragmatic, also knows to handle every kind of situation. Moreover, he does not believe in ghosts. He says, "I will take the furniture and the ghost at the valuation. I have come from modern country where we have everything that money can buy." His materialistic and consumerist values constrains him to negate the existence of apparitions and supernatural beings. He humorously says, "If there were such a thing as a ghost in Europe, we would have it at home in a very short time in one of our public museums or on the road as a show." What was the historic behind the ghost of Question number 4. What was the historic behind the ghost of Sir Simon and the blood stain as given by Mrs. Umney? Mrs. Umney, the housekeeper, told Mrs. Otis the significance of the blood stain. She told that blood stain belonged to Lady Ellingury de Canterbury, who was murdered on that very spot by her husband, Sir Simon de Canterbury, in 1575. Sir Simon survived her 9 years and disappeared suddenly under very mysterious circumstances. His body was never found, but his guilty spirit still haunts the house, tormenting the residents of Canterbury Chase in his only aim. She told that the blood stain has been much admired by the tourists and others, and hence it cannot be removed. Mrs. Umley sternly warned Mr. Otis to be aware of some trouble coming to the house. Last question. How did Washington Otis react after the listening to the story of Sir Simon and the blood stain? Washington Otis, the eldest son of Mrs. Otis, did not believe in the ghost and the blood stain. He considered the appearance of the ghost and the blood stain a nonsense. He applied Pinkerton champion stain remover on the blood stain. Mrs. Umney, the housekeeper, wanted to stop him, but before she could stop him, Washington Otis had started rubbing the floor with a small stick that looked like a black cosmetic. There was no stain of the blood stain. After some time, he became very happy and exclaimed, "I knew Pinkerton would do it." He, like his parents, did not believe in the existence of spirits. So, this was the summary of first chapter. Goodbye.